Hello all, welcome to our channel. In the series of Constitution of India, we are looking into powers and procedures of amendment in Indian Constitution. So let's get started. To involve and change with all its in society and environment, it is necessary for every constitution. The makers of the Constitution of India were fully aware of this need. As such, while writing the Constitution, they provided for a method of its amendment. Further, they decided to make the Constitution both rigid as well as flexible. They laid down a flexible amendment method in respect to its some parts, and for several others they provided a rigid method. So let's see method of amendment. The Union Parliament has the power to change some specified features of the Constitution by passing an ordinary law. There are two special methods of amendment under Article 368. The first method is amendment by two-thirds majority of Parliament, and the second method is amendment by two-thirds majority of Parliament plus ratification by at least half of the several state legislations. So let's see one by one. So first we are looking into amendment by two-thirds majority of Parliament. Most parts of the Constitution, with the exception of some specific provisions, can be amended by this method. Under this method, the Constitution can be amended by the Union of Parliament alone. For this purpose, an amendment bill can be passed by each of the two houses of Union Parliament by a majority of its total membership, that is, the absolute majority, and by two-thirds of majority of members present by voting in each house. It is a rigid method in so far as it prescribes a special majority for amending the Constitution, but it is considered to be flexible method because under it the Union of Parliament alone can pass any amendment. Next is amendment by two-thirds majority ratification by at least half legislature, that is second method. In respect to some specified provisions of the Constitution, a very rigid method of amendment has been prescribed. In respect to these, the amendment making involves two stages. First, the amendment bill is to be passed by both houses of Union Parliament by a majority of total membership and two-thirds majority of members present and voting in each house. Secondly, after this, the amendment bill has to secure ratifications from at least half of the several state legislatures, now at least 14 legislature states. Only then it gets finally passed and incorporated as a part of Constitution when Parliament puts its signature on the bill. The following provisions of the Constitution can be amended by rigid method. The first one is election of President. Second, scope of executive power of Union. Third, scope of executive power of state. Fourth, provisions regarding High Court in Union territories. Fifth, provisions regarding the Supreme Court of India. Sixth, provisions regarding High Court in states. Seventh, legislative relations between the Union and state. Eighth, any of the list in the 7th schedule, division of powers between the Union and state. Eighth, representation of states in the provisions of Article 368, that is method of amendment. Next we are looking at the additional amendment making the two houses of Parliament. There are several amendments that result in some changes in the Constitution but can be passed in the House by simple majorities. Such bills are not considered to be Constitution amendment bills for the purpose of Article 368. These include the following: an admission or formation of new states and alteration of areas, boundaries, or names of existing states. Citizenship provision. Provision regarding delimitation of constituencies. A quorum of the two house parliaments. Privileges and salaries and allowances of the member of parliament. Rules of procedure in each house of the parliament. English as a language of parliament. Appointment of judges and jurisdiction as of the Supreme Court. Creation or abolition of upper houses in any state. Legislatures for union territories. Election in the country. The official language of India. 2nd, 5th and 6th schedules of the Constitution. So these are all the additional amendments. Next we are looking into main features of amendment method. The provider to amend the Constitution is mainly with the Union Parliament. No amendment can be made without Parliament's action and consent. Union Parliament alone has the power to initiate bills for amending the Constitution. There are three basic ways in which amendments can be made. Most provisions can be amended by Union Parliament by passing an amending act by majority of total membership and a two-third majority of members present and voting in each house. 10 provisions of the Constitution can be amended by passing of amendment bill by two-third majority of the members of each of the two houses of Parliament. It becomes finally passed when approved by at least one half of the state legislatures. Some provisions can be amended by Parliament by making law by simple majority of the two houses. Signature of the President is required as the final act which transforms a duly enacted amendment bill into an amendment act. State legislatures have been denied the power to initiate amendments. All amendments are subject to the judicial review power of the courts, the Supreme Courts and the state high courts only. Any part of the amendment or any amendment as a whole can be declared invalid by the court in case it is found to be unconstitutional. The Parliament has the power to amend every part of Constitution. However, the Supreme Court has ruled the Parliament that no power to change the basic structure of the Constitution. So this was all about powers and procedures of amendment in the Indian Constitution. Thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more such content to our channel. Also do like, share and subscribe our channel. Press the bell button to get the latest video updates to our channel. Thank you.